Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule sets of the VGC 2019 season. So, last 2 weeks we kicked off the VGC 19 season, Sun Series season, with the Xerneas and Groudon Bronzong team. It was a lot of fun. We played it for 2 weeks. Now we're moving on to something different. I did mention last week that we probably move on to Kyogre Yveltal. That was kind of the plan all along. I really like this call, and we've tagged a few cool options onto it as well. So one other option that we've got here, you can see we've got the Drifblim and the Tapu Lele. I really feel like this is a really strong combination in this format. Without Z moves, without megas, it really is a quick function. It's like the only function, like with the Unburden and the terrain. With the seed boost, it's a bit like an auto weather mode almost. So you've got that in the team. We've got Tailwind, we've got Haze. I wanted to go Clear Smog on Drifblim, but the problem I really found with the Clear Smog is redirection really kind of puts the stoppers on you being able to get rid of the stat boosts on Xerneas. So it does really contradict like your Psychic Seed boost, which is not ideal, but it's the cost of getting rid of the Xerneas Geomancy boost. I feel like it's worth it all day long, because Xerneas isn't so great if it's boosted and you have Yveltal in your team. So we've got ways around that. We've got we've got that combination there. We've got the Kyogre. We've got a slightly bulkier, slower Kyogre. It has got the berry, so it'll benefit from the Tailwind support from Drifblim, from Yveltal, which we have it on as well. We've got the Incineroar for Fake Out support, Intimidate support. It's just generally very good in this format, and we will move away from Incineroar as the weeks go on. So we'll play this team for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll move on to another team. And then to round things off, if you look at the team without the Amoonguss in, we're quite weak to Trick Room, so we needed something in there that was Ferrothorn, but the redirection was really, and the Spore, really what kind of sold it for me on Amoonguss over Ferrothorn. You've seen different variations in there, like Stack Attacker and things like that in this sort of team composition, but I feel like Amoonguss in this sort of team and in teams in general gives you the ability to punish switches when you know your opponent has to adapt their board position. You can really punish their switches and Spore into slots, and it really kind of take a lot of advantage from that point, whereas you don't have that ability with Ferrothorn. Your opponent's easily just able to switch in on a Power Whip to a Fire type, and then you're forced to switch out, so you can't punish it as much as you can with Amoonguss. So for that reason, we've went with Amoonguss, and we'll kickstart into it today. So it will hopefully be a lot of fun. I look forward to hearing your comments. And also, other news, PC has arrived. So, got a new webcam, got the new setup and everything like that. So hopefully, camera looks better, the sound quality, the video quality is a lot better and all that stuff. Let me know what you think. And that does mean that we will be starting streams very soon. I just need to get my OBS all set up, and then we'll be doing some streams, which will be a lot of fun. So I'm going to do a lot more streams as well. We're going to be doing, hopefully, quite a lot more than what we were doing previously. Be able to do a lot more in the streams as well. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter for updates about the streams, and give me a follow on Twitch as well. So that is Osiris Studios over on Twitch, and then Osiris VGC on Twitter. And we're done with all the bits and bobs. So we'll jump into this right now. I'll knock the music up as well, so we've got actual in-game music now, which is amazing, which is really cool. I was kind of really enjoying the overlay music that we had on the channel. We had like a lot of fun, but we do have music back now, and it is going to be all through the system, so it's going to be decent quality, so there's no qualms about that. We're on a 1634 rating, going up against the Japanese players. Our first opponent of the day, playing Groudon, Xerneas, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Amoonguss, and Smeagol. So quite a standardish looking team. I guess you've got the Xerneas, the Groudon. There's the only thing that's missing is the Trick Room setup to support the Groudon, so it's maybe a little bit faster. We don't need to worry too much about the Amoonguss, because our main speed control is Tailwind, and we've got really solid ways around the Xerneas. Right, before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy the content, leave a like on the video. I always forget to mention this, and it's always something really important. just to remind you, because I know you are all amazing, but we need to really concentrate on the battle as well and not eat into our minutes. The only issue I've got here, I really want to lead Drifblim Lele, is that we probably will see the Incineroar come out as a lead. And that does put a lot of pressure onto our Drifblim early on, which is not ideal. So one thing I could do potentially is lead Kyogre, but that's never really a great idea when Groudon, like you've got the Weather War sort of thing, unless it is a faster Groudon, which it quite possibly could be, couldn't it? I do feel like we need to try and get Tailwind. I'm going to go with the Drifblim, the Lele. I'm going to go Kyogre, and I think, do we go Yveltal? I feel like we go Yveltal. Get the Tailwind up. I mean, my opponent's really got no means of speed control outside the Xerneas and the, potentially, I guess the Smeagol could have something like Tailwind, but then there's Icy Wind on Tapu Fini. But outside of that, there's really no speed control. So we'll see how we can get on. I think we'll do alright. I think we'll be fine. But it'll be interesting to see regardless. Like, it's always nice seeing like different builds and different concepts of these Xerneas Groudon teams as well. You're going to see a lot of them throughout this format. Because they are just so strong. We're going to see Xerneas and Tapu Fini come out for our opponent. So we'll probably see the Misty Terrain get set up. We're going to see the Fairy Aura Spike. There's the Psychic Terrain. And we'll get the Seed Boost, Unburden Boost, and there's the Misty Terrain, yeah. So, I think we could potentially just go Tailwind, and we're probably pretty safe switching to Kyogre. Or do we want to switch into Kyogre? Because, like, we kind of pulled the trigger almost on our opponent being able to just switch in that Groudon after this. But I mean, it's fine. We bait out the Groudon and then we can stop burning it with Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. We get the Tailwind up. We can get rid of the Xerneas Geomancies next turn. I guess one thing we have to worry about is, I would imagine the Tapu Fini probably has Swagger. And it could swag our Drifblim as a way around stopping us setting up our speed control and things like that. So something we have to be a little bit mindful of. So we'll get Kyogre in. Tapu Fini gonna withdraw. We're gonna see Groudon. No, Incineroar. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. We don't mind that too much, do we? So the Intimidate gonna come out. There's a Tailwind, and do we see Geomancy? No, just a Moonblast. It's straight into Drifblim. Okay, it's not wanting to go for those boosts just yet. Now this is where I feel like, do we switch Drifblim out, save it for later, and just Water Spout, and switch in Tapu Lele, so we've got our terrain up? I think it's not a bad play because I feel like the Groudon probably does come in. The other option is, we Acrobatics and Water Spout the Incineroar, but then Fake Out could be a thing, and I feel like Fake Out would be a thing. And we've got the Tailwind up, I mean, so I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to switch into Lele and I'm going to Water Spout. I feel like the Groudon does make an appearance here, but still will do so much damage to it, even if it's in the sun. That's the thing, we're going to get good damage onto both targets. My opponent might not have even brought the Groudon. I see that very unlikely though, but this is like the play, I think. Oh, okay, Tapu Fini. Just to ensure that they can Fake Out. So, nice play from my opponent here. And there's a Fake Out into the Kyogre. Right, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's fine, because we can just Psyshock and Water Spout again. But then I feel like the Groudon probably comes in on the Incineroar slot now. And surely my opponent's brought the Groudon. You like I have to bring it, yeah. And the Groudon comes in here, you swagger the Groudon now. Yeah, that makes way more sense. There's the Sun, there's a Psyshock. This should still be decent damage. That's not bad, it's not bad. The Water Spout's going to do good damage to the Groudon. Yeah, I mean, we'll get it the next one, so Moonblast into the Kyogre. Yeah. But just not enough. And we've still got Scald, so we can just Scald the Groudon. Yeah, and I think that's what we do. Like, we could see a Swagger here. But I mean, if Swagger is a thing, we've still got Yveltal in the back. And the foul play is going to be so good. Yeah, Groudon protects. We'll probably see just another Moonblast come out. Cocker Berry. Oh, and an Icy Wind. Okay, that's a nice play from my opponent. So, we, like in team preview, we expected like some sort of speed control, and there it is. So, and that supports the Groudon way more, and we're in a bit of an awkward position now. I feel like I'm going to make a double switch to Drifblim and to Yveltal, because I feel like Swagger P-Blades probably comes out now. Because that would make a lot of sense for my opponent if that's what my opponent decides to go for. But we get the Drifblim in. Remember, we still got the Unburden boost for the speed because we've lost our items, so we're still going to be speedy there and we'll be able to get another Tailwind up and get Kyogre back in. And still Lele like under Tailwind as well is going to be super threatening. So, oh. It's into Drifblim though. Does this take us down? No. So expecting the Swagger, it's not coming. Oh, okay. That is a nice play from my opponent. That is a nice play. That is doing huge damage to us. Okay, and it's Life Orb. Okay, that makes way more sense. The Finny. Okay, I think we get the Finny with SOHK in Psychic Terrain. We have to worry about the Incineroar coming in on that slot if that's what we decide to do. And there's also the chance of Icy Wind just coming out. But I feel kind of confident just going foul play. Or do we Tailwind here? I mean, no, I think we need to foul play. I feel like we need to foul play. Finny switching out, Incineroar coming in, yeah, okay. We'll probably see Protect on the Groudon. No Protect. Okay, so we take the Groudon down, so that means like we take the Weather Wall, and then we can Protect this next turn, then we can guarantee a Tailwind up, and then we probably want to time it right. So Xerneas coming in now. Okay, we need to Tailwind. We can't Tailwind though because you forget that the Xerneas is there. I'm just thinking back to turn 1. Did the Ferrothorn activate before our Psychic Terrain? I feel like our Psychic Terrain went up there in the Ferrothorn, which means we could potentially taunt the Xerneas here. We kind of need to. Or we could SOHK and do just really big damage and Tailwind as well. This is awkward. I think we need to taunt. I think because the SOHK's never going to take it down, and we need to try and Tailwind. I hope that we're fast. I really wish I had paid more attention. Okay, so we're going to see Protect. Wish I'd been paying more attention. So we're going to see a taunt. Say Tailwind. That means we can taunt it for sure next turn. Flare Blitz into Lele. Okay. Does go down. But this means we get free switch into Kyogre now. And it does mean that the Finny is a bit awkward to deal with, but we still got Thunder, so we can just nuke it. I don't know if I really don't think I really don't think the Water Spout is going to be enough to take the Xerneas down though. That's the only problem. We could Snarl it, but then I don't think we outspeed it the next turn, to be honest. So we've got like, will Foul Play be enough? I don't think so. It might be, like Xerneas is still pretty like strong attack wise, so we might be better off just Water Spouting and Foul Playing into that slot. Because we'll take the Incineroar down. It's all about how much this does, really. No. We're not going to get it. There's no way we get it, I don't think. No. Yeah, we would have been better Snarling for that. Okay, Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, definitely Snarling would have been a better option. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we still got a Berry, and we're still in range. So, I mean, we can Scald the Xerneas. Snarling there would have definitely been the better play, though. That's such a shame. What do we do here? I mean, I want to Scald the Xerneas. I'm just going to Scald the Xerneas. Like, I could Thunder the Tapu Fini because Icy Wind's obviously a thing. Yeah, an Icy Wind now. So we could have just Thundered, taken it down, but it's risky because then the Xerneas sets Geomancy up and then things get really awkward. This should just proc. Oh my god! Special attack drop as well, which is not what we needed. A critical hit though, but it does proc our Berry. It means that you know, the annoying thing now is that we'll probably take the Xerneas down, but I don't think after the special attack drop we get the Fini. Xerneas going for the double protecting, getting it. Oh my god. Ugh. Gotta hate this game sometimes. Yeah, and now we just lose. I mean, now we do just lose because the Moonblast just takes us down. So, double protect. I mean, what do you even say to that? Like, really, what do you say? You can't say anything. I mean, we even said, like, to ourselves, like, if we've been a bit smarter, we just go Thunder into the Fini. But, like, at the same time, it's super risky. So, I don't know, like, like, one of the dumbest things in this whole game, I personally feel, is the chance to be able to double protect. Like, I don't know why, I, like, seriously don't know why it's a mechanic. I just think it does. Like, I know it brings an excitement factor to the game, I guess, and it plays on the whole orangey thing, but I just, as a mechanic, I personally think it's bad. Like, I think it's one thing that they should totally take away. I think it should be, you can protect, next turn, it fails completely, like, Fake Out, it fails if you use it, like, after the first turn, but you can use it the next turn after that. You can't use it consecutive turns. I just think without it, games would turn out a lot differently a lot of the time, but never mind. It does happen. We're not going to let it get to us. It does annoy me at like to no end that is a mechanic, but what can you do? I've won games in the past from double protects, but I still think it's dumb. We've got our next opponent anyway. It is Corpse ZZ, and they are running a team of Xerneas, Incineroar, Groudon, Milotic, Ferrothorn and Stack Attacker. So there is going to be that Trick Room mode there. My opponent doesn't have a terrain though that kind of helps them stop the Spore abuse from ourselves. They've got Ferrothorn obviously, but we do have ways around that. Do we lead Drifblim and Lele again? Because if they want to go down the Trick Room route, they've got to lead Stack Attacker. We could burn it turn 1 if we want. We also have like Taunt as well, which is also like a nice option against that. Again, if we do that, we have to be a little bit wary about the Incineroar leading. But if we go this route, it means ditching Yveltal, because I feel like this is really awkward, because I feel like Incineroar is very good here as well, especially for the Ferrothorn. We're kind of relying on burning it and then dealing with it with Drifblim as well, which is not the most reliable way to do things. Drifblim, we've not got Shadow Ball on it. We've went for Acrobatics for a few reasons, like Drifblim after the Unburden boost to that speed. Modest Ludi in range, so we've got the option to just go straight for the Acrobatics. We can't be, we cannot be, what's the word? We cannot be faked out, that's it. So we don't need to worry about that, and we can just get that attack straight off onto it. And we'll be able to take whatever the Kyogre throws out at us. So we're going to see Groudon, we're going to see Stack Attacker come out from my opponent. I am just going to throw Will-O-Wisp onto the Stack Attacker slot, and I think I will go... I go Taunt as well, because like stopping the Trick Room is pretty important for us. And Lele is sashed, so we'll be able to take at least one attack. Maybe not the double up. But we do get that onto the Stack Attacker. The problem there is if the Stack Attacker protects and the Groudon just goes for an attack, we're going to see a Rock Slide come out. Probably the Stack Attacker. Oh man, look at the damage it's doing to the Drifblim. Life Orb. Double Rock Slide, okay. I mean, this does give us a free switch into Kyogre, and the Stack Attacker cannot wipe guard because of that taunt. We do lose Drifblim, which is not ideal. Stack Attacker's defense rose. But it is burnt, so Kyogre doesn't care about that though, because it can just come straight in. Problem is, like, Groudon will switch out now, and you've got to imagine it's probably going to be into the Ferrothorn. That's what I would guess. So I'm just going to Water Spout, and I'm going to just go SOHK into that slot. And the Groudon could protect, but I mean, you're not really gaining much by protecting Groudon here. You want to get it out to be able to get it back in so you can get the weather advantage in your favour. Man, I really underestimate how powerful like the Rock Slide Life Orb from Groudon can be. It's just so strong. So we do see the Groudon switch out into that Ferrothorn like we thought. And a SOHK, it's not going to do too much. The Water Spout, it should get Stack Attacker. It does. Okay. And now the Groudon comes back in on the other slot. We'll see leftovers on the Ferrothorn. The Ferrothorn's going to be so difficult to deal with. There's the Groudon. I think one thing we could do here is just literally just Water Spout and attack into the Groudon, like Moonblast, Water Spout, and if they attack the like we're not going to go down if they attack the Kyogre, which I kind of expect them to do. It's just whether they attack the Lele here, which is what I would maybe think they would probably go for, and if they do, then we lose the Weather Wall, which wouldn't be ideal at all. The other option is just switching into... No, I feel like I want to get rid of the Groudon. I feel like the Groudon would probably attack here. Okay, no Protect. Groudon going to stay in. It's just whether or not our Kyogre is faster than it. You would imagine it probably is, because... yeah, it's more... Trick Room Center team. Ferrothorn eating that up like it's nothing. Taking the Groudon down. And Leech Seed. Well, that's way better for us because it means that we can like have a bit of wriggle room with our weather. So it makes it a bit easier for the end game. Although the Leech Seed's a bit annoying, but we do have Taunt. Ferrothorn's gonna get that damage back, which we don't really want it to be doing. And I wonder what the last Pokemon is. Is it Xerneas? It's Incineroar. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes it a little easier for us, all in all. It can't fake out here, but we can get a good old Amoonguss in, and I think our best way around things at the minute is trying to get Kyogre back in with the Rain Up. It's going to be difficult though to get it in in like good shape without sacking like Lele, which we might need to do this next turn. There's a lock kick into Amoonguss, so that's fine, and then a power whip into Amoonguss as well. Okay, that's fine. We can't Rage Powder, but we can potentially go Moonblast and Spore into the Incineroar. Or we could taunt the Ferrothorn. That's not a bad play as well, because like a Water Spout and then a Scald might be enough to get it. Let's do that. Let's taunt the Ferrothorn. We don't want to Leech Seed him, right, and we don't want to protect him either. There's a Flare Blitz. Is this going to take? It will. No, that's the problem. You should have switched it out. Unless the Ferrothorn goes for Leech Seed here, and then we're say our bacon's saved. Our bacon is saved. No. Okay. This is gonna be really, really close. Because we'll get the Incineroar for sure. We'll do a decent amount of damage onto the Ferrothorn, and then it's gonna have to. We're probably gonna have to burn it with our first Scald, and then still it's gonna be like really close. So let's go for it. Let's click in Water Spout. Because a Power Whip should just proc our Berry on a Kyogre, which might be, well, it depends. Okay. If it misses, if like Power Whip misses, then we're in like amazing shape. Doesn't miss. Okay. Should. Oh, it's just missed that berry. Literally, I think. What is that? Oh, is a berry procced? I don't think it has. No, we're just out of range. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna need a Power Whip miss. We need a Power Whip miss and a burn. We get the burn. Do we get the Power Whip miss? Come on, Power Whip miss. Nah. RNG is not our friend today. Alright, very good game to my opponent. Not the best of starts today. Definitely not how I would have liked to have started this week, but we've got a long way to go. We've got a lot to work for, and it's fine. Like I always say, you get a lot more from your losses than you do your wins, so we'll take a lot away from those, and we'll move on to our next episode, and we'll see how we can do in that. So we haven't got time, definitely not for another game today. I'm just a bit upset about that double protect on the Xerneas, but like we could have played around that, but otherwise, I mean, what you do. So we will say that will be it, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in and watching. I am gonna look forward to hearing your comments down below, so do leave your comments. Let me know what you thought of the battle so far, and we'll be back very soon with another episode of the School of Hard Knocks. So as always, do leave a like, guys. Check out the Xerneas episodes last week if you haven't seen any, but we'll be back very soon with some more Kyogre Yveltal action. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and have a great evening, afternoon, morning, night, and until the next time, see you later. So until then, guys, bye bye.